the bell to start round one. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. The straight right just misses. A perfect counter lands. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
That punch lands. Nice counter shot. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Looking to land the hook. The straight right just misses. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
The flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. The momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't.
And there's the bell to start round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punching. That hook doesn't score. You'd like to see more jabs. Beautiful counter shot. That left hook won't score. Fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Those counter punches have to hurt. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
On to the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got a bluff it.
Oh my God, Johnny! Patterson's rocked. How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. No rest for the weary. The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout. Back at it in round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Well done with that counter shot. Find a home with that jab. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? The Galveston Giant in real trouble now. Was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
What a stunner. Jack Johnson goes to the canvas, and he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Talk about Johnson in that. There's the bell to start round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. That hook won't score. Oh, what a punch! There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
shoot. Holding nothing back here in the round. Punch, counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The game plan does not. Here we go in the 6th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be...
Whoa, Johnny! And Jack Johnson is dazed. I don't believe it. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
My word, Jack Johnson on the defense. What's he gonna do to get out of this trouble? True champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they gonna do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they gonna get through this?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Johnson in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out. I don't want to lose this fight. And there's the bell for round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Oh, that punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Johnson in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who. Round 8, and we're off again. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
It's the one who draws.
That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the